right, folks. I know. 2 whole minutes early. It's fine. I've had a weird day. I tried curry tiger, I think is what they called it. It was weird. Was not anticipating a sweet curry. So, I'm a little thrown off my game. Not gonna lie. So, instead, we're getting this flippin' shiny today. And if we don't, I'm gonna pull out 3 days grace and we're gonna start a riot. So, yeah. That being said, we are 760 encounters in. Hi, Actric. How you doing, buddy? 760 eggs. Normally, we would have found 2 by now. So, hopefully, we will get the quote-unquote ball rolling. Let's start a riot. Great song. Actually, this is actually kind of funny. So, my husband will on and off again play music while he's in the shower. You know, just try to help him wake up, I think. And I definitely don't blame him for it. But he has an interesting pile of music that he pulls from most of the time. Including me sitting at 1780 eggs. Ew, gross. There's typically like Halo music is usually involved. Think Yeah by Usher. Yeah, that's in there. And then all of a sudden the other day he just started incorporating a lot of 3 days grace, and I'm just like, thank you, I love you. Just like a bunch of the old school 3 days grace. So I was just like, this is fantastic. I married the right person. He also pulled out some Breaking Benjamin, which made me very, very, very happy. Dang bangers all around. I know. What was the one he had going the other day? It was a Black Eyed Peas song. And it was just like, okay, I can get behind this. Also, we're hatching our first egg. And I think I only picked up 1 egg that whole time. So, yikes. I need to be much more careful about actually picking up eggs. Because we all of a sudden got very far behind. I just came across a monster I've never seen in Skyrim. Is that a good thing? I don't know. I only played Skyrim once. And, you know, got violently ill. So I've not done that since. In case you were curious, I always wear a wristband to help with motion sickness when I play video games. Especially when I play games where with a roaming camera. Or even like this, where I'm just spinning around in circles. Yeah, it can trigger. It gets really bad. But yeah, 760, now 3 eggs. This being the 763rd. Nope. I surely hope that we will get it. It scared me for a sec because it didn't auto aggro. Because you're OP. Alright then. I don't necessarily know what that means, so I'm just gonna smile and wave, boys. No, after I get done with stream today, I'm gonna go back into the kitchen and just keep working. Because I told Ryan last night, it's like, I really need to do the dishes before I go to bed. Because I just had a pile of dishes piled up. And, of course, when you're me, you do everything in your power to not do the thing that you're supposed to do. And so I started on one counter, cleaned off that counter, literally like cleaned the counter, moved to the stove, cleaned off the stove, cleaned up the stove, and then made it to the dishes, did all those dishes, but I haven't done any of the extra stuff that I need to do. And it's kind of funny. Okay, yeah, there are only 4. Let me grab this egg, and then we actually can go ahead and pick these up. Come on. It didn't immediately attack. Oh, okay. Okay. So now that we have our 5, let's go ahead and grab them. Yeah, I didn't do any extra grabbing of eggs like I probably should have. You know, just ride around with just some Spheals in my party for a little bit and just grab eggs. I'll probably do a little bit of that today, just as we go through. Oh, you're done. Because I just need to be more careful about grabbing them, because we somehow got caught up, and I don't know even entirely, I'm not sure how that happened. Do we have a mod in chat, please? Hide user. There we go. Okay. I am gonna do something really quickly. Another PokeTuber reached out to me about getting streamers for an event where some PokeTubers have monotype gym leader teams. Viewers have to beat all the gym leaders. Ooh, that sounds like fun. This would be kind of funny. Like, I don't know if I would necessarily pick electric. That's what I always end up getting because of, you know, my love of Luxray. Wanted to maybe be a gym leader. I don't know what gym I would do, though. Because, like, my favorite typing is actually Dragon. Followed then by Fire. And then Electric. Because of, you know, top 3 favorite Pokemon are all electric doggos. And I don't know how that happened. Like, seriously, though. Yeah, my number 1 Pokemon, Luxray line. I call it a doggo. And then, Manectric was my favorite before that. And then Boltund, actually, is one of my favorites. It's my first time fighting frost giants, not just a regular giant, a frost one. It makes sense to be here, but never seen them. Okay. What gen is it? Do you know, Electric? Sword and Shield? Okay, so basically anything up till now. If I had to pick Dragon, how many Mons? Is it 4 Mons or is it 6? Because if I had to pick a Dragon team, I'd probably have to do Send the Insight in 6 Mons. Haxorus is actually one of my favorite dragons. So I'd probably go Haxorus. Flygon, because it never gets enough love. Probably Solomons for the same reason. Do love Solomons. No pressure, obviously. Thought it might be fun. I would find it fun. As far as like creating the teams and stuff. I love doing that. We did that for Kevin's Platinum game that Ian made, and it was super fun. And I actually got to write dialogue for that too, and the entire time was just me ripping on Kevin and making references. And by ripping on Kevin, I mean not like actually ripping on him. It was me teasing him, like because I was Cynthia, and at one point you know, when she gives you the egg in Platinum, there's an option where, you know, if you go the wrong direction, she has dialogue. So I would do stuff like that. It was really, really fun because it'd be like, what the heck are you doing, you moron? You know, that sort of vibe. It was really fun to write for. Hi, David. How's it going? It's going fairly well over here. We are at 769 eggs doing Masuda method with the shiny charm. But yeah, I'd probably do Haxorus, Flygon, Solomons. I'm trying to think of some other, like... Well, I know, David, but the problem is when I get to the shiny, I want to have the option to nickname it then. But anyway, let's see. What else would I do? I want to do some kind of niche ones you don't necessarily realize are dragon, like Kingdra. That's a great one. I would definitely pick Kingdra. Kingdra's been one of my favorites from the beginning. It's cute for my Mudkip hunt. I'm on 1890. Are you Masuda method with the shiny charm, though? Which is supposed to be odds of 1 in 455. Because if you are, I apologize. Oh, I am so sorry, Fred. Kingdra would be fun. Jangmo? He's not my favorite, but having a fighting type, because isn't it fighting? It's fighting, not steel, right? That's the one I always get backwards. Yeah, sorry, Fred. Yeah, no, that definitely does stink. So that's... Okay, we've got Haxorus, who's pure dragon. Flygon, who's dragon and ground. Salamence, who's dragon and flying. Kingdra, who's water and dragon. So that's 4 Mons. Jangmo, if we went with that. A fairy weakness, though, you're right on that. Would be dragon and fighting. So, Mega Altaria. Dragon and fairy. There you go. Mega Altaria. Show some Gen 3 love. Duraludon is Dragon Steel, which would be better against the fairy typing. That would actually not be bad. Do that one instead of Jangmo. Actually, I do like that. Doing Duraludon instead. That wouldn't be bad. Hi, Justin. Yeah, I would do Mega Altaria as my last one. Or Mega Ampharos, one of the two. Because both of those are dragons. You just got to worry about ice, yeah. But I mean, you'd have to worry about that with Altaria anyway. What are we talking about? If I could make a dragon gym with 6 Mons, what would I pick? And I'm a big fan because I love dragon. That's why I would pick to be a dragon gym leader. Could have the Gigantamax Duraludon too. Ooh, that would be fun. So have that and then Mega Altaria too. Oh gosh, that'd be really busted. And I like sharing the love as far as, you know, doing some Mons that aren't seen as much or maybe Mons that aren't as popular. Which is why I chose Flygon almost immediately, because I've loved Flygon since Gen 3. I have. I remember hunting for little trap inches all day long. Steel resists ice, so neutral on Duraludon, and Steel is good against ice. That is true. And Steel is strong on Fairy. So Duraludon is actually a really good counter for Fairy. So there's your Fairy counter. The reason partly why I went with the Mega Altaria was also because it is fairy. And so that way it would at least be neutral to fairy, right? Instead of super effective? Or does fairy not resist fairy? Because that would be dumb. And I know there are types that don't do that. I would run a fairy type. It's K-pop inspired. Grimmsnarl, Primarina, and an unhinged Togekiss. Steel type resists dragon, so dragon is neutral to it. There you go. Dang, Duraludon is awesome. And the only other... It is still weak to ground. Is it weak to fighting? Fairy does not resist fairy? Ugh, dumb. So, Mega Altaria gets crushed then by fairy types. That's dumb. Dragon Steel. Yeah, that one is solid. I'm not concerned about that. Fire's now neutral. Is fighting neutral? Or is it still super effective? I haven't come up with a name for the badge yet. No, not a clue. Okay, so with those in mind, now I want to change gears and I want to do a fire team. Oh, shoot. I need another egg. Hang on, folks. Gotta go back and grab an egg. You don't have an egg. How dare you? Fighting is still super effective. There you go. So he's down to 2 weaknesses, fighting and ground. And then, no, because fairy's neutral. We already determined that. Dragon is neutral. We determined that. Ice is neutral. Hi, Ryan.
Thanks.
Turtonator? I forget about Turtonator. That is... Because he's fire dragon, right? Or is he...
fire dragon.
Is Turtonator fire dragon, or is he just pure dragon?
Fire dragon.
That's what I thought. So that would actually be a really good one to have on either the fire team or the dragon team.
Oh god, what are we talking about this time?
If I made a gym with 6 mons in it, what would I pick? My original thing was to do a dragon gym, because dragon is actually my favorite typing. And then I was like, well, my second favorite typing is fire. And we already have seen my electric teams, because, you know, electric doggos everywhere. Let me think on the fire one. I would definitely pick, I definitely have to go with the Growlithe and Vulpix lines. Have to do those. So there's 2 of them. Turtonator would actually be really fun to have. That's a very underused mon, so I would definitely like to have that on my team. So that's 3. Let's see. Favorite fire types.
I forgot to get a fork. Hold on.
You're good. Favorite fire types. Well, Blaziken is my favorite. Has been for ages. It's my favorite starter. So I would have to give up the next slot to Blaziken. So that is now Growlithe line, Vulpix line, Blaziken line, Turtonator. So that's 4 of them. I still need 2 more. We need to have something that's good on water. There's no fire electric types, are there? Blaziken number 1. Heck yeah. I'm trying to think. Fire and electric. I don't think. Unless there's one of the Rotom forms. Maybe. No, that's gonna bug me. Do we have any fire and electric types?
Fire electric.
Other than a Rotom?
So.
There's Heat Rotom. But,
yeah, there's that one.
But is there
I think
any
that's
other kind? Because I was thinking we needed to get some sort of counter for water types. Turtonator is only known for being his ace in the anime, even though he's more known for Alola Marowak. That's fair. No others? That's what I thought.
Rotom Heat is an electric fire type and is the only one in the game.
I would have to do a Heat Rotom. Or the Rotom oven.
I mean, Charizard learns Solar Beam.
That's fair. And
The only reason I know that is because of Leon.
yeah, I was just trying to come up with some sort of counter for water types. Because, does electric actually resist water?
I don't believe so. I think it's neutral. So you need to outspeed him and get a crit.
Yeah.
Or something.
Nope, not the Pokédex. Can I hit the right buttons today, please? Thank you. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. I thought we had some Spheals. Or some eggs, rather. We had Spheals. Yeah, so we should be good now. To being ahead. Okay. Could go steel. That's true, but do we have a fire steel type? Yeah, no, that's a fire and rock, isn't it? What type? What type are you? What type are you, Colossal? You're fire
Is
and
it fire
rock.
what?
Yeah, it's rock and fire. Zebstrika? That is true. It does learn fire moves. I think it learns Flame Wheel, actually. Heatran? Golly.
Charge. It learns flame charge.
Flame Charge, I'm sorry. You're correct. And there's no fire grass type, no matter how much I've begged for it. And the only fire water that we have is the legendary Volcanion. What's another typing that resists water?
Resist water.
Other than well, dragon, but we already have a fire dragon. But we already have that with Turtonator, and I don't recall any others offhand that also have the dragon typing. Psychic doesn't resist water, but and the only fire psychics I can think of are the Delphox line. 777, guys. Can this be the
Is there any
shiny,
water
please?
grass types?
No, this is a fire gem.
I mean fire. Oh yeah.
There's no fire. The only fire water type is Volcanion, and there are no fire and grass types, unfortunately. Hence why I was looking more for the fire and electric before. When we came up with the idea for the Rotom.
Yeah.
But the only fire and dragon types other than legendaries that I can think of is Turtonator.
Yeah.
I want to
But come
see
on,
a
Pokemon, step out the
regular
comfort
one.
zone.
I want to see a regular Pokemon be dragon. You know, like, I want to see more of that. I don't want them to only be the pseudos and stuff like that. I want to see regular dragon types. I really want to see a fire starter as a dragon, but that's just me. If you were this gym leader, what region would you hail from? Oh, Hoenn. All day. All day. I love the Hoenn region. It is home. No doubt.
This is gonna be a bit predictable,
Okay.
but Galar.
I mean, yeah. No.
Pip pip cheerio.
Oh, goodness. I'm a mixed bag of Nova and Alola. That's an interesting combination, considering those are probably the two most hated. If you're going to talk comparatively. Everybody used to hate on Johto, but there were still always some Johto stans. I don't know how many people I've actually heard say how much that they love Unova and Alola. Like, I've heard some people's like, oh, Alola's not as bad, but they've never said it's their favorite, you know? That's fair. Unova was one of those that I kind of skipped a little bit. Same with Gen 6. Because I didn't get to those until I was an adult. Is top half for you? Really? Maybe it's because I never played the Ultras. I don't see that, and I don't understand it. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, obviously, but I just don't see it.
Slog series on it.
Do we have any water grass types other than Ludicolo?
Hold on.
Think the mons are really good and the characters are fun? That's fair. It was just the pacing just ruined everything for me for Sun. I just thought the pacing was horrendous. And the hand holding was worse. You literally couldn't do anything on the entire first island by yourself. Ludicolo's the only one? Okay. Here we go. And see how dried out my titty grams are.
Then instead of doing a fire gym, you want to do a dragon gym.
We already did that one.
Oh, did I miss it?
Yeah, we went with Haxorus, Flygon, Solomons, Mega Altaria, Duraludon, and Kingdra. That was the other one. Which new trailer are you talking about? You talking about the one with our new doggo friend? Because yes on that one. That's fair, Ectric. That is fair. Once you get off the first island, it's not bad. But I could not stand all the hand holding. I get it, it's for a kid, it's a kid's game, but don't hold my hand that long, please. The only one who's holding my hand that long is my husband. That was the most disgusting car color I've ever seen. Wow, okay. That was worse than puke green. I would assume parents too. I mean, my parents don't really hold my hand. Well, my mom does. My mom does. My mom does hold my hand. But no. No, that's a husband thing. Completely agree the tutorials are super annoying. It just doesn't bug me enough to outweigh the pros. That's fair. That is fair. And I haven't played those games in a while. Like, at all. In multiple years now. Could use some revisiting. Here, let me grab the egg first.
Wait, so have you gotten any shines or?
No. Sword and Shield is the wonder remain to skip the catching tutorial after you've done it. What? What do you?
Because, it gives you an option to skip the catching tutorial in Sword and Shield on it.
Oh, I don't remember that, but okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a thing. I hope they carry on with that in the future.
See, I like little things like that. Let the people who don't know have the option. And let the people who do say, I'm good.
Yeah, let me play the game. I don't need your tutorial.
Thank you.
I know how to play your domain scheme.
If you catch a Pokemon before I get into Magnolia's house, Leon would just hand you Pokeballs instead of catching what seems to be a Rookity posing to not catching a Pokemon? Huh. Maybe that's why I don't remember it, because I probably did that. Well, hang on.
I need hardwood.
You need what wood?
Hardwood.
Sorry, don't have any of that in my apartment. I played Sword recently. Okay.
Did you do the dishes?
So I was telling everybody about this a few minutes ago. So I don't know if you realize this, Ryan, but I'm the sort of person who, when they absolutely have to do something, does everything in their power to do the opposite or to just not do the thing.
Oh God.
So
You didn't do
instead,
the dishes, did you?
no, let me finish. So instead of doing the dishes, I started on one of the counters, cleaned the entire counter, like straight up, cleaned it up, cleaned it off, cleaned it, and then put stuff back on it. Then did the same thing to the stove. And then made it over to the sink. And then I did the dishes. I didn't do like all of the new dishes and stuff. I just did what needed to be done. But yeah, I was proud.
Getting this stuff done, nice.
Yeah, so I'll be doing a little bit more of that after stream today, just because I need to get some more of that stuff done. Because what I really need to do is clean out all of our cabinets and redo everything in there too. But that also requires me, you know, moving my guitars. So
But you don't have room.
no, they'll end up back here, which then requires me to clean up back here. And you see a bit of my conundrum here. Oh, excuse me.
So much to do, so little time to do it.
Yep. Now, granted, some of the stuff I straight up just moved it off of the counter and left it wherever I moved it to, which was on the table that needs to get cleaned off. Whew. But one step at a time.
How are you not cramped in there?
Oh, honey, we are. What do you mean, Justin? What do you mean revealed on the website?
I think he's talking about, like, information about the new games that get put on the Pokemon website.
Let's go with no. What the heck was that?
The heck was what?
Our entire floor just vibrated.
No.
I think it was my neighbor slamming her door. But still, it's just like, oh my gosh. That shook the whole place.
What's going on downstairs? Give us the tea.
I don't know. I think it was just my neighbor leaving. She has a habit of slamming that door.
I thought someone was being stroppy.
Not even entirely sure what that means, if I'm honest. Come on.
It's hard to explain if you don't know what it means.
I'm afraid. I'm afeared.
When a child is like sulking about not getting their way,
Yeah.
then you could say they're being a little bit stroppy.
All right then. Being bratty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or just like
Out of sorts.
bad mood.
Okay. I just had never heard that phrase before. You taught me something new today, Ryan. I appreciate you.
I guess it's a British thing.
Please tell me I'm actually running around with Spheals instead of with eggs instead of Spheals. Yeah, okay, I am.
Okay, no, you got eggs.
Yeah, I went looking. Here we go. 791. Do we think we're gonna get it today? If so, let me know your guesses as to when we will get the shiny.
How long are we going today?
I had no idea. Probably hour and a half. And we've been going for 35 minutes already, so about another hour or so. Based on the new Scarlet and Violet Pokemon that you know, what do you think Ash Ketchum would have?
Belly Bolt.
Yeah. I'm also thinking he would go with Fuecoco. I'm just seeing him with a Croc vibe.
Thinks of Tordile and Crocodile.
I think whoever is his female companion would have Fido.
Yeah. And also, for the love of Arceus,
Oh no.
let him catch a legendary. He is friends with so many. Why doesn't he just go Pokeball? He could rule the world if he wanted to. He's friends with that many legendaries.
But see, that's the whole point. He's friends with them. You catch 3 legendaries in the same generation? Wait, what?
I think he's talking about what's it called? Sun and Moon.
Mm.
Cause he gets Melmetal. He's got the Ultra Beast. What's the third one? Oh wait, he doesn't catch Solgaleo.
I don't know, that's above my pay grade.
You know, I'm almost certain he doesn't catch Solgaleo.
He didn't catch it in the traditional sense, but he had it. But that'd be the same as saying he caught Celebi. Or Suicune. Or Ho-Oh. Or Lugia. Most especially Lugia. Or that Molly caught Entei. Love that movie.
Oh, is that the unknown one?
Yes. Pokemon the Movie 3. Technically, old Solgaleo and Lunala plus the Island Guardians told them to take care of it. Therefore, I don't know.
Yeah, but the way I see catching Pokemon is they throw the Pokeball, they go inside of the Pokeball,
And they stay there.
they stay inside of the Pokeball.
796.
If they don't do that, they didn't catch it. End of story. They may have taken care of it, but they didn't catch it. Roll persuasion.
Hang on, I just thought about something.
What did you think about? That's dangerous.
So, no, Kyle, Pikachu was given to him by Professor Oak in a Pokeball. But, actually, that does bring up a good point. And this is where my whole question then came from why I was sitting there pondering for a minute. So, you know how the whole premise of why Ash has Pikachu is because, you know, all the others were taken by other trainers. We assume one of them is Blue, aka Gary, right? And it's pretty safe to assume that if we're sticking with the canon of the original games and all of that, the another would have been Leaf. But who was the third? Who was the third?
Alright, I just want to respond to Kyle's thing.
Go ahead.
Pikachu is a giftmon.
Yeah, it was still caught in a Pokeball regardless.
Yeah. And then it was gifted to Ash, so it's a giftmon.
It was Agatha all along. But we also hit 800 eggs. I hope you guys realize this. I'm sad. The difference here is Pikachu was caught in a Pokeball. Regardless of anything else, Pikachu was caught in a Pokeball. Lugia and the others, no. But yeah, seriously. Ash is the fourth. We can account for Gary being one of the three original. We can, if we're sticking with canon, Leaf. Who was the third?
Yellow.
Because they say that, well, Ash is yellow.
Oh yeah.
But Ash is also red.
Green. Wait, no, that's Leaf.
Green is Leaf. And Gary is blue.
Red.
But I thought Ash was also red.
He can't be yellow and red. Make up
Hi, Andrew. Welcome on in. Probably Cross. Who's Cross? It could be red since Ash isn't actually red. Well, yeah, but then to say... Well, hang on, actually. In Pokemon Yellow, the trainer is still called Red. He's not yellow. Well, there are so many Charmanders throughout the series, Justin. Because you're assuming, probably rightly, that Gary took Blastoise, right? Because didn't he have a Blastoise in the series? And the Leaf Green character would take Venusaur, right? So who has Charmander? Help you with what? Oh, Sword and Shield? Well, help you with what? Could be Damien? You're talking about the guy who abandoned his Charmander? Ooh, like that theory. Actually, that's not a bad theory. Does it ever say how old Damien is? Like, is he shown to be a grown-up, or is he around Ash's age? Because it's been so long since I've seen that part of the anime. Oh, there's a character named Cross. Oh. Get off of my hands, Box. I'm trying to eat my Teddy Grahams. This is 805. Unfortunately, Andrew, I don't think a lot of us have a lot of extra shinies laying around. Like, I have one extra, and that's it. And it's actually going to be as part of a giveaway whenever I start collecting more. Never revealed what Damien's age was. It was known about him. He was a jerk to his Charmander, and he wanted to get back at his ex after shown great power. But then Ash would have recognized him as being from Pallet Town, right? Because all of the kids were from Pallet Town. Weren't they?
He might have come from out of town and dipped when he got the Pokemon.
That's fair, but I could have sworn that was part of what Professor Oak said. Was that, you know, all the kids were locals. But maybe I misunderstood. Or it's been, you know, 20 years since I've seen it. Like, my husband was asking me questions about Lord of the Rings the other day. I'm like, honey, it's been a decade since I've watched the movies. At least all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces since, of course, but not since I sat down and watched them all the way through. It's confirmed that you can get your starter from another region if you're from a certain region. Wait, what does that mean, Justin? Are you talking like when Ash got was it his Chikorita in Johto? Wasn't it Chikorita? Oh, it's gonna bug me now. I do know his Noctowl is shiny, and I'm like, dude, what? Also, I'd love to see a region where their starters were not fire, water, and grass. But I don't know. No, because they're both super effective on Psychic. Because I was going to say, the only other trio I could really think of was Psychic, Dark, and Bug. But they're both super effective on Psychic, so that wouldn't be fair. He got a Score Bunny. He has a starter. No, because they're from another region, despite being from Vermilion City. I haven't seen Journeys, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. Psychic Dark Fighting? That does work. That does work. Because Psychic's super effective on Fighting, Fighting is super effective on Dark, and Dark is super effective on Psychic. That one works. That works. I would love to see that, actually. And even if they wanted to, you know, keep with the fire fighting, or the fire, grass, and water, then have it cycle through this set as well. Because they almost did it with the Gen 6 crew, and then they flubbed it up. So, let's say fire and psychic, because there's only the Delphox line that I can think of. Let's say it was grass and dark, and then water fighting. That'd be really good, actually. Do you think Ash would be in a Pirates? Heck yeah. He seems like the guy who would love pirates. I mean, there were Vikings jokes in Pokemon the first movie. They're mostly found in Minnesota. Okay, here's what I'm thinking, guys. I know I said about an hour and a half on the stream, but I think we can go a little longer than that, probably, to get this done. But I'm thinking, what if we went to the 9-10 mark? Because that is officially double odds. Unless, of course, we get the shiny first. How do you feel about getting Ash Greninja in the Sun and Moon demo? I actually really liked that. I just wish you could keep it. Because I don't think you could keep it from... Actually, no, you did move something over. Was it the Ash Greninja? No. You can keep it. So I must have it then somewhere. Because I actually played the demo for Sun and Moon. For some reason I thought I couldn't keep the Ash Greninja. I knew once you hit 6 Mons, you didn't have a box anymore. And so you'd have to either get rid of the Mon you just caught or get rid of a Mon off your team. I remember that. Like I said, it's been quite a few years now since I played Sun and Moon. I want to say about 5 years. Yeah, because it was shortly after I moved in with my aunt. You have to talk to Kukui to do it? Yeah. I'd have to look at my game. Because it might just be in my copy of Sun. Chilling in the box. Because I don't think it's in home. Why was it a pain for you, buddy? So yeah, I'm thinking either if we get the shiny first, or if we get to the 910 mark, be where we end the stream. And to put it in a perspective, we're currently at 812. 13. Not only did I have to transfer it to the Sun... From the Sun and Moon demo, I had to put it in my regular Sun and Moon games. Then I had to trade it over to Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon with another person on 3DS. Jeez! That is a lot of steps. Why didn't you just use Bank?
It's so scarcity and expensive world.
Yeah, I knew that home didn't exist then. The bank did. All right. We need to get the shiny. Or I may lose my mind. Up in here, up in here.
That's what shiny hunting's all about.
Y'all gonna make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here.
And some sunflowers.
Pokemon games could announce I'm losing my mind. Up in here, up in here. Up in here, up in here. Now I'm getting tired all of a sudden.
As soon as I said, "Are you tired?" you just said, "I'm getting tired all of a sudden."
Maybe we won't quite make it to 9:10 today. How about we shoot for 8:50? We're at 8:15. Just got to
Sounds good.
Victory Road? Heck yeah.
Goofy, I'm begging you, please be selling sugarcane right now. Thank you.
Did you just ask Goofy to sell you sugarcane?
Yes.
Alright then.
Green light stuff.
Come on, Spheal.
I need to make my pickaxe strong enough to go through ice. Where do I get garlic from? Is it this place?
From the grocery store.
I wish it was that simple. Yes, garlic.
Spheal. Friend.
Not for much longer if he carries on like this.
Kevin Wheel. Don't make me throw
Did
a
you see
shoe
the
at you.
Did you see the adventures of
Kevin Wheel?
Wheel
Yeah.
on Twitter?
I don't know whose idea that was, but that was brilliant.
It would not surprise me if it was Andrew's.
I know, that's why I was like, I don't know if Kevin would have necessarily thought about it, but Angie probably would have.
Definitely.
And I love it either way. But yeah, Kevin Wheel, please be shiny. As you guess you could say, it's brilliant as a diamond and shining like a pearl. Shine bright like a diamond.
Like a diamond in the sky.
Like diamonds in the rough. We're shining through the mud.
Give me a moment to turn on my face cam so you can see me scran a cake.
So I see you what?
Don't tell me you've never heard of the phrase scran. Oh god.
For the
Basically-
scram.
Basically, to scran something means to eat it. Like, it... Scran is food.
Alright then.
Oh my god. I'm...
So what are you scranning while I scran some Teddy Grahams? Is that chocolate cake?
Yeah.
Alright then. Your friend
was-
is
oh.
going to literally maybe use a Webster's dictionary to look up what he's talking about. Oh, that was good, Justin. Kevin Wheel, you're disappointing me. Don't make me throw a shoe at you.
Do it.
Come on, Spheal.
Alright, am I strong enough to break through ice now? Yes, I am.
All right. Did you learn that trick from Kristoff?
No, actually, from Elsa.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, actually, I did most of the work because apparently I knew how to make a portion of Warm Summer's Sun. That was whatever it was called.
Hmm.
For some reason.
25.
Oh, nice place you've got here, Elsa.
Dunno, Justin. I haven't played Gen 4 in a very long time. Trying to draw human versions of Simba and Nala last night. Oh, wow. Oh, my eyes are all of a sudden getting crisscross. Is it because of the Teddy Grahams? How much sugar is in this? 7 grams. Including 7 grams of added sugars. Not as bad as you would think. Still pretty bad. I also had a honey bun right before stream. That probably didn't help my blood sugar. What do you think the best Disney song, hands down, is? See, there are different ones for different reasons. You want to just a bop? Bless my soul, Herc was on a roll. Like, that was just super fun. You want to talk about deep and meaningful? Who is that Gracie? back and me. Great, great song.
Is that from Little Mermaid?
No. It's from my favorite Disney movie. Aren't you gonna guess?
I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm just waiting for you to tell me.
Here's your hint. Same movie. A girl worth fighting for.
Mulan.
Yeah. Yeah, I still think Mulan is my favorite one. Like, don't get me wrong. Love Emperor's New Groove. Love things like the Goofy movie. But Mulan is the best. And, like, don't get me wrong. I also love, you know, Beauty and the Beast. Zero to Hero in Church. Oh my gosh. All right. Still need to finish the second Mulan. Not as good. Been a long time since I watched that movie too. I watched more of like Pocahontas 2. And Cinderella 2 was actually really good. I watched parts of the movie, then I watched review and I forgot what I saw.
You know what? This is probably one of my favorite Disney songs.
Which one?
I see what's happening here. You're face to face with greatness and it's strange.
You know which one I'm talking about?
Maybe.
I'm just gonna skip to the chorus.
So what can I say except you're welcome?
I wondered if that was it.
And this guy did a country version of it. Like, he took the lyrics and twisted them to make them country.
I don't know how I feel about that.
This is the chorus of his parody of it.
So what can I say except you're welcome for showing you what real music sounds like. Breaking George, Hank and Thames to Luke Combs. You can't listen to Jake McRae your whole life.
I think you mean Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Who?
The guy who wrote that song. There's a Rick and Morty cover? Oh no. That sounds dangerous. In so many ways.
Let's just leave that one alone.
Leave it alone.
I like this cake. I've had it so many times before.
It does look good. I have cookie dough in the fridge.
I have Pringles on my windowsill.
Alright then.
What number are we on now?
830.
So another 10.
Hmm?
So another 10.
20. That'd be 850. I didn't know you could pause that way. Okay. Oof. We're almost time. I think we actually are time and a half of our longest, second longest hunt. How far I'll go? from Moana and I'll Go the Distance.
Far I'll Go is a good one. I keep staring at the edge of the water as long as I can remember, never really knowing why.
I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try.
Every step I take, every turn I make, I forgot. Right, just give me a minute. I want to show you something, but I need to get it ready.
I make every road leads back to the place I know, where I cannot go, where I long to be. Actually, the most epic Disney song, Bells of Notre Dame. Best villain song, Hellfire. I mean, I liked Encanto. I would not have called it my favorite movie. I thought the plot could have been done better. However, I still love Luisa. She's my favorite. And Surface Pressure is a fantastic song. It is. There is no two ways about it. That song is just it's done way too well. It really is. And actually, for a while there, I wanted to do a lyric analysis of that song. Because it's so well written. Like, and the way that they utilize the melody to show the tension and release is so perfect. Like, honestly, might be Lynn's best song he's ever written. That and Burn. I do like Burn a lot. Even though they were making a diss track about Bruno, it was the best diss track. Yeah, it was the best diss track. You are not wrong there. But like, that song, Luisa's song Surface Pressure is just, it's one of my favorites. I would have to say of the modern Disney, it is my favorite. Of anything modern Disney. And by modern Disney, I mean years starting with a 2. I wish Disney went back to this straight out playing in your face villain instead of the surprise reveal villains, or not doing a villain at all. I get the point in doing it that way, as far as like not having an actual villain in Encanto, because the whole point of that wasn't so that there was a bad guy. It was that none of them were being good guys, especially not Abuela. And it addresses a lot of familial issues that people see in their everyday lives. And so I appreciated that because it made sense. Now, for stories like Hunchback, it made sense to have a villain, because how on earth could somebody be that cruel unless they were? I see you gained your robes.
This is what I'll be wearing to work for the next 2 days.
There you go.
Because of Halloween.
Like, Hercules, it makes sense for Hades to be the villain. He's pretty much the villain of most Greek mythology, as far as on the surface level. When you actually start diving in, you're like, oh wait, Hades isn't that bad a guy and Zeus is worse. but Mulan obviously makes sense for her to have a villain. Even The Little Mermaid makes sense to have a villain. There's no villain in Cinderella. There is in Snow White. There is in Sleeping Beauty, but there's not one in Cinderella.
Hang on, back up.
What?
The stepmom and stepsisters.
Yeah, they were nasty, but they weren't villains.
One could argue.
One could argue. I mean, Justin's trying to argue that Hades wasn't actually the villain. I'm talking in the original Disney. Yeah, he is. And if you're looking at like surface level of Greek mythology, you know, the god of death oftentimes is looked at as a villain. But actually he was one of the few people who actually had a decent head on his shoulders and, you know, didn't abuse his wife or cheat on her a lot. But anyway.
Damn.
Yeah,
You
I
just
went
to
there.
the throat, jeez.
I did. And I don't... There's no two ways about it. I mean, that's how half of Greek mythology exists. Did Poseidon even have a wife in actual mythology? Well, and if you think about it, he's the father of most sea creatures, including cyclopses. And,
what's his name
and
again?
horses, I believe. Poseidon?
No, the one who comes to Camp Half-Blood.
Dionysus?
Hmm?
Talking about Dionysus? He's Mr. D.
No, I mean the Cyclops that went to.
Oh, you mean Percy's brother?
Yeah. What's his name?
Oh gosh, what is his name? You had to ask me. Where's Bry? I need Bry.
He's at AWA.
Bry. Percy's
Right.
brother's name.
Big brother,
Go.
come to our aid.
I literally just texted him in all caps. Bry. Percy's brother's name. Go. It's Tyson. Thank you,
I
Justin.
knew it began with T. I just
Thank
couldn't
you,
remember what it
Justin.
was.
I think Nick's actually going to be the one to respond instead of Bry. Yeah, actually Nick got it before Bry did. Thank you. Thank you.
Who was Poseidon's wife in Greek mythology?
That's what I was trying to remember. I don't really think he had one. He was just out there being promiscuous, as always. And I mean,
You know, for being gods, they committed a crap ton of adultery.
oh yeah, no, there was a lot of adultery going on.
I'm looking at you, Zeus. You need to stop throwing that lightning bolt around if you know what I mean.
Well, like, here's something that a lot of people don't think about. Disney got this fact incredibly wrong. Also, a lot of incest. That is also true. Hera is not the mother of Hercules. Who actually in the
Oh.
Greek is Heracles, by the way. Hercules is the Roman name. Fun fact. Which don't ask me why they chose to use the one Roman name and then everybody else got the Greek names. Don't ask me why. I don't get it. But no. So Hercules was a half-blood. He was a demigod. And she did hate his guts. Absolutely hated his guts. Because he was living proof that her husband was screwing around.
Okay, but let's just back it up a sec.
Mm-hmm.
After all, this was a kids' film.
Yeah.
I don't think they wanted to introduce too many adult topics into the fray.
Well, no. But by doing it the way that they did it, they changed up Hercules' entire story. Instead of having him as a demigod, thusly explaining, how, super strong he was and all that sort of stuff. They just said he was a god. Completely. And, had it ripped away. And so he's just, human, but just a little bit of god. It's like, no, it's not how that works.
Isn't that pretty much what a demigod is?
I mean, technically, yes, Justin. Persephone did indeed marry her. Is it uncle? Because she's the daughter of Demeter. Who is Demeter the daughter of?
I don't know.
Seriously? Hang on, guys. I got it. Well, that's annoying.
I have a name, you know.
Not you.
I couldn't resist. That one was just too easy.
That one was dangling in front of you like a carrot on a stick.
Yep, and I'm a pig with a saddle.
Kronos.
That's a Minecraft short. You
So,
won't get
yeah. So, technically, Demeter and Hades are cousins. And thusly, Persephone being once removed. So, it's not quite as weird as an uncle. Still a little strange, but not quite as weird.
that. Just a quick thing, I'm gonna dip.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. That was fast. That's what I thought. That Demeter was one of the originals. But, yeah. Alrighty, folks. I did say we'd go to 850. I originally said we were going to 910, but that's just not happening right now. My brain is just not working. So these are actually going to be the last 5 of the stream. Wasn't Zeus raised by a goat? All the more reason to question why on earth he's the head of the gods. Other than the fact that, he had a daughter birthed actually out of his skull. But anyway. So yeah, these are going to be the last 5 of the stream. Unless you guys get me on a rant. Again, that happens. Yeah, we've been going for almost an hour and a half. So we've had a nice, decently long stream. So it's not really weird since they don't really go by our conventions, being immoral beings and such. And tell them to stop having babies with humans then. Alrighty, folks. 846. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. This game. This hunt has actually been brutal to me. This hunt has been very much dragging me down. I will not lie to you guys. This has not been a fun hunt for me. Like, the last couple were fine. This has not been fine. Tell him to stop existing and fade away, okay? No. 848. Are you going to be the fun one? Please. Please. Come on, please be shiny. Nope. To be fair, Ares was the guy that ended the traditional Greek mythical era. He says, I won't destroy everything to Zeus if he agrees to the terms. And Zeus is like, okay. That's fair. Ares is the god of war, after all. One more egg. Let's be fair, most of them are brothers and sisters and whatnots. Okay. Close my eyeballs. Is it shiny? Nope. You can tell because there's no pring of the shiny. Alright. What I need to do is get Kevin in the call and tell him to fuss at his son. Because this is getting a bit ridiculous. But alrighty, folks. That being said, we are going to call this a stream. Oh, goodness. We've only got 3 people in here, so we are not going to try to go on a raid tonight. But that's okay. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I love you all, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!